Hey guys, so let's get started, and for this you have to open the Unity. So first of all, let's download the Unity. You can simply download the Unity Hub from the Google, and you can simply write the Unity Hub on there, and the first link will take you to the Unity Hub, and simply you can download it there. When you are in the Unity Hub, you can simply log in from here, clicking on this button. You can simply go and log in to the account. Well, just like that, I have logged in, and otherwise you can do it offline. You can simply go to there, and in the installs you can simply select any of the version that you want. I have downloaded 2019, 18 and 18.4. These two are the long-term support and 19 is a new version, so that's why I have downloaded all of these. So how to open the project, to open the Unity project, go to the project and create the new project. On the new, right now I'm creating a 3D project. Okay, let me, so simply I will go there and I will write uh, my first project, and I will just simply click on the create option here. So now I have opened a new project over here, and this is basically the Unity interface. You can see that. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I will be teaching the data types in C Sharp, and data types that we'll be using in the Unity, and what will be used in the games for developing the games or any application that you use. Data types are the more important part. If you have the grip on the data types, you can simply have the command on all of the program by, if you want to go for the decimal points, then you have to write the decimal, and if you want to go for the integers, then you have to write the integer. You don't have to waste this memory by typing in doubles for the integers or for the decimals, and for integers and etc. So I will so let me create a new script. You can simply right click, and by right clicking go to this create option here, and you can simply click on this C Sharp script. So I'm naming it as the data type, and I will open it in Visual Studio. Double click on it and it will open it in the Visual Studio. So I will be teaching you about the data types in the Unity. So basically in C Sharp, the data types are divided into three main categories. There are value data types, and reference data types, and pointer data types. So in this video, I will be teaching you about the value data types. In value data types, there will be double, float, integer, a boolean, and character, and decimal and floating points, and signed and unsigned integral types. These are the value data types. Basically, value data types will directly store the variable value in memory, and it will also accept both signed and unsigned literals. The derived class for these are the system.value type, but we are not using the system.value type because system.value type is used in C Sharp library, and right now we are working on the Unity C Sharp scripting. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I will remove this function from here, void update, while I will, because this update is called once per frame, and the frame rate is depending upon the PC. PC refreshes frame about, like, if you are setting it to 30 FPS, it will refresh 30 frames per second. So it will be called 30 times, and if it is set to 60 FPS, then it will be refreshed 60 times, and then the function will be called 60 times. But we will be also we will just be writing in the void start so that it can be displayed only once, because it is called before the first frame update. So that's why I will be using the void start here. So basically the difference between the start and the update is that in the update it is called once per frame, and the start is only called once in the whole program. So first of all, let me give you an example about the integer. Let's say that integer age is equal to 45, and say that the string name is equal to John Doe, and let's say that decimal weight is equal to 180.5 m. So you have to write this m, or else this is going to give us an error, because for every decimal you have to put the m here, just like if you're using a float, what can we say, float let's say that something in the address, and it will be, let's say, or sorry, we can say float salary. Its salary will be equal to 1000.50, and you have to write f at the end of it so that it reminds him that it is a float, not a integer or double, something like that. So now you have to display these all variables in the Unity. So what you have to do, you cannot simply go down there and write console.writeLine, because console.writeLine doesn't work in the Unity. You have to display the output and the console window in the Unity. Let me tell you about the console window. This is the console window here. The output will be displayed over here, because the everything that you write in the debug.log, and let me tell you about the debug.log. Basically, debug.log is used to print information messages that help you debug your application. For example, you could print a message containing a game object name or something like the current state name or something, or you can throw an exception, and the exception error message will be thrown using debug.log. So basically, it's an informational message that is used to display on this console window over here. So basically, there are certain windows like asset store. You can simply connect to the asset store by when you click on it, but right now I will be not showing you because I will be working on the initial parts. And you can simply there are other like animation. You can create animations, and let's go back to the script. And over here I will be writing. Let's say I need to go for this debug dot log, and in this I will be printing the age, name, weight, salary, and all of these stuff. So first of all, debug dot log age, and debug dot log let's say name, debug dot log weight, debug.log salary. So now all of these four elements will be printed only once in the update window. I have to save it and go back into this. So let's see what happens. It's going to take a while because this is updating here. After that, I click on this option here and go to the console window. Yeah, one more thing. You have to add the script over here in the main camera also to work. So I need to add this script into the main camera, because I'm using the Unity to give me the output. And if I'm not using the script in any part of the Unity, then how can it give me the output? So you can simply use it in the main camera or wherever you are using the script, because that script is your basic part of your game, or it's basically the building block that the script supports the game, and it tells the object to do. Well, I will be teaching you how you can move or click on certain objects and command certain objects. First of all, right now you can see that 45 John Doe 180.5 and 1000.5. So basically these are all printed once on the console window here. And if if you want to create another sort of I'm going to create another function naming person information, and in this I will store these all of the debug, these all of things here, and I will simply call this function so that I don't have to write. So if I need to provide output 2 or 3 times, I can simply call the function 2 or 3 times, or simply put in loops. So it's simple. Now you can, this is the basically let me tell you one more thing. So this function is basically a private function, because I haven't added any type of access modifier here to it. So access modifiers are basically, there are 3 types of access modifier: public, private, and protected. Like you can see that over here it is using public class data type. So this public means this is accessible to this script, and to the other script that will that when we need to access it, it will be simply available to the other script too. The private is also the private is only available to this script, and the whole script is can access that value. But the protected is simply only that class can access that variable which has the access modifier protected. The other class in a script cannot simply access that modifier. So I have created this function here, I can simply call the information and I will check it whether it's running or not. You can simply click on the play option here. You can see that it's running. So I have to clear it first. Let me tell you. So you can simply see that it's running. So now you have created this sort of and you want to change some sort of information in the age, name, weight, salary, or something like that. You can simply go down there, and I will be writing another function. It will have the same information, int new age, and I will be writing that age is equal to 100, and person information will be called in this function, and in here I will write 10. So why I'm writing 10 is that it will simply provide the computer to understand that it is calling this function with the integer in it, not this function without any type of integer in it, or you can simply add anything that you want in it, like float, string. So basically this will call this function here, and it will simply process this line, then it will go to this, and this will call this function here, and simply the result will be let me tell you the result, and it's updating. Wait a second. And now you can see that it's giving 100, John Doe 180.5 and 1000. So the age has changed to 100, and it's giving us the information that this age is no longer available right now. So that's how you can change some sort of information, and you can display the output on the console.